Skate is a bad show.
Hey, it's our hero.
Actually,
our hero,
Roger Smith,
Roger
2004.
Smith, 2004.
You're actually here. That's nice.
For real?
We're doing a gay
commented,
podcast. It will be the worst thing of all time.
Dude, the rah 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 is so boring.
I don't disagree.
And it's gay.
Especially X2. They should have stopped it after the first season.
You guys, I watched. I saw it because I liked the girl based on
I've
it.
never seen the rah rah rah, and I never will.
Fighting
Actually,
game,
I may
fighting
one
game
day.
for-
Yeah, Durarara, the first season was good, then X2 wasn't good.
I think the character designs are cool. They're kind of like cool and simplistic.
Well,
and shit.
like, the first season had, like, this dark urban atmosphere, and, it had, like, this sense of coolness to it that, the Studio Shuka, sequels
I
really
haven't
didn't
seen the
retain.
second season. Are they really that bad, or the second season's that bad?
They're not, I wouldn't call them bad, but they're, like, really mediocre. Especially Show. Like, Show, you probably could have cut out most of Show, and nothing of importance would have been lost.
Now this is an anime podcast.
That's why I'm in it now.
You know what show you really gotta watch? You gotta watch Bao. You guys need to watch Bao. It's on YouTube for free, and it's the
is
funniest
that
shit
the,
ever.
fuck.
Is that the Araki
It's Ray.
manga?
Yeah, by the JoJo guy.
Yeah.
And the guys, at one point in the English dub, the guy's like, Bao has a laser cannon. Then he gets his head blown off by the laser cannon, and he's like, that was so cool, man.
Oh, you mean Iraqi?
Dude, my favorite thing about
Nigga,
Iraq
I don't
is
want
that
no
they
ice
literally
shit.
murder emo kids.
Fucking Iraq.
No. There's a whole Wikipedia page about it. Emo killings in Iraq, Wikipedia.
That's nice.
The emo subculture gained popularity among Iraqi teens.
Okay.
Iraqi teens in 2011. Earlier, it had become popular in other Arab countries. Security officers say the number of dead is 6. However, the Reuters news agency reported that hospitality and security officers number at 14 or more. These killings were committed because Iraqi civilians and soldiers believed that the emo subculture promoted LGBT and Satanism. So they discriminated against, abused, or murdered 9 emo females, and what was the other one? 14.
We gotta fight. We gotta
and
fight
5 emo males. Right?
We gotta let Satanism right. We need Satanism, guys. We need forced Satanism.
17 gay men and former policemen in Baghdad, all of whom had friends or boyfriends that were killed in the emo killings, reported that all blamed the Iraqi Interior Ministry. Dude, I think that's a good thing. That's why Iraq's my favorite country.
Roger is right. You know, you remember in Kingdom Hearts 2 when there was the Battle of 1,000 Heartless? This is what's going on with Roger right now. We're all heartless.
One time, I saw Weebship Productions in the lunchroom, and he was reading. He had like a physical copy of Elliot Rodgers' Manifesto, and he just continuously read it while eating lunch. Right, Max? Didn't that happen?
Nigga, what are you talking
I
about?
saw you, Max. You're just sitting there reading his manifesto, crying at how beautiful it is. Eating your fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's an actual thing that happened.
You need to change your name. your nickname to Elliot RogerSmith2004.
Okay.
Not
Elliot.
even spelled the same way. That's Roger. I'm
Elliot,
Roger.
the greatest light novel protagonist.
Before I
But he
got
didn't have a
banned,
harem.
before I got banned from Monkey's Discord for calling Cream Man a
Well, yeah, I don't
racist,
know.
I used to be named Elliot Rogers Boy.
Cream Man. I am Cream
Fuck
Man.
Cream Man. Cream Man was talking about how he wanted to move all the black guys to Florida, and he was talking about IQs and shit, and I was like, don't you think that has something to do with, like, money and shit? And he's like, what does money have to do with IQ? I'm like, you know, education. He's like, but they're black. And I'm like, yeah.
God, I fucking hate monkey fans.
Dude, I
Hey, why'd
love
you
them.
put a D on everyone? On Roger.
Monkey fans are great.
Well, I thought it was a meme that everyone misspelled my name.
Oh my god, it's him.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
No.
Because I mentioned in a live stream when someone spelled it with a D, and I'm like, there's no D.
No D.
You guys aren't actually podcasting, right?
Yep.
We are.
Unfortunately
Is this, I don't know where this is even gonna go or what this would be. This is a bad idea I had.
Outlaw has like 2 billion channels.
Okay,
There's
okay,
gotta
give
be
me the
one where this
numbers.
can go.
Pretty
The
much.
main
Give me the
channel.
numbers. How many
What's
times
going
were we
on?
allowed to say the N-word?
The main channel.
How many times is
Infinity.
Outlaw?
You have an
How many
infinite.
times is Outlaw gonna misspell my name before like there's a huge corral of like Roger going
It's
around?
gonna spread out, and people are gonna start writing it like that.
The
And when you get
virus is
even
spreading.
more famous, when you get viral, everyone's gonna have like this whole thing where they write it with D.
I'm just drawing some stuff. Can you tell me if these arms look right? I don't think they look right.
You know
Is
how
that the
there's,
chick from that show?
you know how like in One Piece, there's like the will of the D. That's what's going on right now. That's why Roger Smith's name keeps getting spelled with a D.
Oh man!
Dream it, don't give it up, give it up, give it no.
Someone needs to mash up that rap with "Never Gonna Give You Up."
I'm never gonna give you up.
Nope, I'm never gonna let you go.
The only, I mean, Roger Smith. How long? I have a question. Why is the 24 in your name?
There's no 24. Who do you think I am, Jack Bauer?
Fuck. 2004. 2004. 2004.
Correct.
24.
Why not?
Is that when you came on the internet, or?
No, that was when I was born, man.
I don't believe that. You said you went to college.
No, that's a shitty meme. It's actually
You'd be a
just-
fucking prodigy.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
it's
a
like
quote
100 years
from
ago.
Sheldon J. Plankton. Don't you remember SpongeBob? I went to college.
Wait a minute. Plankton
Yeah, that's a
can't go to
catchphrase.
college.
But yeah, no, I was born in 2004, so that's why I put that name. And Roger
I don't
Smith is a
believe that.
reference to the character from The Big O.
Big O.
Roger Smith.
That's so good.
There's
That
no
is the-
way you'd be like 14 or 13.
Well, it's a fact. I mean, didn't you hear the Jimmy JJ discuss meeting me at Anime Expo, where he said that I looked like someone's little brother? That's because I'm 13.
I wasn't lying when I
But
said
in
it
your
was a
Misty
show.
Connexia video, you said that you were, you went to college.
I mean,
That I
guys,
wrote
tried
guys,
at least.
I just read it.
we're
Maybe
all in a
he's,
server of someone that's 14.
You know what? I'm just gonna believe him. I'm just gonna say that he's younger than Wheat Trash.
I know.
Did
that
you
it's
guys
a
actually?
shitty
Is this
meme,
permanent,
but, like,
by the way?
I'm playing along with the shitty meme.
Well, is anything permanent?
I'm talking about like Roger Smith's. Also, it's still spelled with a T. But he's Weeb Trash.
Well, is
server
anything
turning to Roger
permanent?
Smith.
He's overrated.
Can you guys help me for a second? What should I do with her arm? Yeah, I put in Roger Smith. Oh fuck yeah, you guys named them all the same. Fuck you.
Is that the girl from
That,
God damn
it, Outlaw, I
Naruto.
hate
It's the girl
you.
from Naruto.
Oh, I thought that was
Oh,
the
No,
really? I thought that
Hero
was...
Academia.
You
she's
sure it
she's,
isn't?
she's the girl
Well,
from
first of
that
all-
from Dragon Ball.
First of all, she has to be pink if you didn't already know. And
Yes,
also,
It's
she
very
sprays-
obviously
she's-
outlaw.
That's Sakura,
This is
right?
whitewashing, racism.
guys, she sprays acid. So where do you think the acid
Pinkwashing.
should be coming out of?
It's not
Where should it
acid,
be
it's
coming
cum.
Well, yeah, then it needs to be spraying out of her tits. Right now, draw it.
No, what should I do with the arms though?
No, just cover up the arms with acid. Then you won't even have to worry.
No, you.
Obviously. Retard.
Like, where should she be putting him?
Nowhere. It should be covered. Idiot.
Okay. Absolutely fucking not. Ugh. Oh,
That's my mood right now.
that's from. That
You
one
know, I've
made
never
show, I forgot
specified
it.
what show that picture is from, and I have
I
come
know
to the
which show it's
conclusion. Oh, you do?
He has like this tiny robot maid. I forgot the name of the show.
Looks like Galaxy Angel.
Yeah,
what's
it's
it called?
it's
Little
Kenshi
Maid
Movie
May.
GXP. Thank you.
What? What is it?
Legend of
I
the
know
Gorilla.
that
yeah.
girl there was ramen. She looks
Yeah.
so
Legend of the Gay Lord Elitus. You're right.
When I search the image in Google, it just puts
You
me
guys
some
sure it isn't from
some
Otokozo?
Simpsons
Yeah.
pictures.
No, you can't. You can't Google image search, and you can't go on that site that picks out anime screen caps. It don't say what show it's from.
It shows me a shitload of fucking Simpsons stuff.
It does.
For some reason.
Mine.
Yeah.
It's Handmade May. It's Handmade May. I know.
No, it's Handmade My.
Yeah,
you watch
Handmade May.
Handmaid
Yeah. I speak German.
No, Handmade My. Did you watch that?
You
Handmade.
speak
Yeah,
Deutsch?
I didn't finish it though.
No. You're talking about Handmade May. I'm talking about Handmade My. There actually is a show called Handmade My. It's not a show, but
I
there
know.
actually
I know
is
this
Handmade
show.
My. It's an actual thing. I'm not making stuff up here.
Jesus, Jewing Christ.
Handmade My.
What is that?
Dude, I'm laughing at this picture, and it's here's the guy that plays the guy in Star Trek, the bald dude,
Star Trek.
whatever his name is, and he's like holding out these cookies, but he looks like he has Down syndrome, like hardcore autism, and he's just like, here's some emoji cookies.
I don't even know in which chat you're posting.
I'm not posting it. Okay, I'll post it.
My reaction to the D in Roger.
Roger. Oh,
Okay,
man.
to be honest, where's that from? I can't recognize the art style.
I think someone knows where that's from. I'm pretty sure. Someone, I believe on my own Discord server knows where that's from. But
I have no clue.
I've seen the show. To
Look at this
completion.
dude.
Oh shit! It's
You might know that anime from a
what?
Gilgamesh.
How did you know what anime that was from?
You've told me
Gaming.
on your server.
Meshi Honda.
I don't recall
Dang.
telling anyone what show that was from.
You did.
Then I'm gonna need another screen cap that no one will get.
Oh, dude, Roger Smith, are you gonna make another video on the episode 2 of Carnexia and the Eight Seals,
Yeah, hell yeah, fam.
just to get the views?
Nah, there's always something to say about Galaxia.
It's so weird because basically I'm an animator and just it's fucking. It's just the directing, the screenplay, the everything about that scene.
Yeah,
is just
like if I
weird.
really just wanted the views, then I would have like made multiple videos on the first episode.
Yeah, I guess. There was a real awesome thing made by the La La Devil Luke channel. He's shut down now. He instead of like complaining about it, he compared Misty Connexia and the Eight Seals to what was it? Voices from a Distant Star by Makoto Shinkai. Makoto Shinkai worked on it for like 6 months.
Yeah, he
and
made
only
it
used,
all
like,
by himself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming you saw the. I don't know.
Is Makoto Shinkai an anime dude?
All Asians are retards.
Is he a cartoonist?
What the fuck is that? It's called an animeist, faggot.
Called
Shut
oh, dude.
It's not a
Makoto
fucking
Shinkai doesn't
faggot.
follow the principles of animatism.
That's just, you just said autism. What are the principles of autism?
I did not say
Fuck,
autism.
this is boring. It's gonna be a
Now I
shitty
did say
podcast.
autism because
Commit
I'm saying that I didn't say autism.
No, you said it twice.
Roger Smith
Oh,
exposed.
yes.
I don't. I think the guy that was recording just disappeared. So I don't think there's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
No, he will. He will.
Well, no, it's a bot that's recording this.
Yeah, but I think it's set on.
Yeah,
to,
Roger Smith's recording.
Yeah.
Thanks,
That's
Roger
probably
Smith.
true.
Thanks, Roger.
Those Naruto gifts, man. Christ.
Naruto.
Did you know that someone's making a Digipro anime?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
they
of course
have
it's-
A2 pictures.
Dude,
Those
pretty gay.
I got too much work to do. I would like to see what they're doing. I'm just waiting for it to come out.
Well, if they do, let it be known, adaptations are not the source material.
Animators aren't lazy.
It's not just that, bitch.
Well, that's also.
I want to see. It's obviously just going to be like an internet.
One may even call it an anime truth.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh, he is in this server. He kicked me out. Oh man.
Siva's in
This
Hell
fuck-
yeah, A1 Goatchers.
That fuck kicked me out of the server.
Cultic 9 out of 10.
A2 and so on.
Oh yeah, Cultic
Who
9 out of
started
10.
it, actually. The guy who started it is in here.
But Roger Smith, how can you be born in 2004? You're not even legal.
Am I obligated to be legal?
So if I
It's
rape you, it's even
Roger
more
Smith, send a
illegal.
picture of
yeah. You won't just be a
It's
rapist.
more-
You'll be a child rapist.
Like
I
it's
don't
more
wanna be
illegal for me to rape you now than it will be to rape you then. And yeah,
I'm not sure
Pretty
why you're
sick.
so interested in doing so.
it's
though.
pretty sick, dude. I don't know, man. It's just a
Not
thing.
sure what the benefit would be.
Yeah, I could say,
Roger.
hey, I fucked Roger Smith. Yeah.
And do you
Roger
think
Smith.
most
Send a
people?
photo. Send a photo of yourself holding your pinky in the air with no
I'm
clothes
gonna
on.
shout on the street, hey, I fucked Roger Smith. No one's gonna be like, dude, you're
do you think
badass.
anyone's gonna know though? They're gonna think that you were messing around with a certain
Hey,
paradigm city
I'll make you
negotiator.
even more viral, and then people are gonna badass. So I fucked Roger Smith.
Well, then
Oh
I might
god,
finally.
I thought that was
actually,
a fart. I just pants.
actually, never mind. That
Shit.
actually might end up getting me on drama
I just shit
alert,
my
which
fucking
I've been
Yeah,
I
you
just
see,
I've
shit
been
my
dying
pants.
for.
Yeah,
So,
so I literally
I
just
need
shit
to-
my
like
pants.
instantly a million views, a million subs. You know,
I don't know if I need a million
Yeah.
views or a million subs, but I would like to guest star on Drama Alert.
That would
Imagery
be
line.
fucking awesome. Just
Well,
Has
see,
Keemstar ever
see,
done
you're not gonna get a
anything
million.
that has to do with? No, I don't think so. That's a stupid question. Anything that has to
Nah,
do with
I swear to
analysis
God,
community.
if Double 4 Anime goes on Drama Alert before me, I am not going to be happy.
Is
You're
Double
gonna
4
talk
anime
shit
still a
about
thing?
him.
Is Double 4 anime irrelevant?
A thing? Is he still a thing? Let me just search Double 4 anime.
Go kill
A
yourself.
good YouTuber who's here right now.
What the fuck?
I retract that statement.
You sound like the
Beforehand.
nigga from
How do you-
SpongeBob that goes
how do
like
you
2
retract
hours later.
My statement.
Anyway, I'm gonna fucking piece the fuck out. I just noticed the server became a meme again.
Oh,
Yeah, that one time when it was.
I'm gonna
It's
go
flag.
kill people.
Anyone excited for Arcada's new anime?
No!
the reflection.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the reflection. The glass reflection, yeah.
He's making.
He's not actually getting an anime, right?
No.
Yeah, and then he already had an anime a few years back called Tristan of the Deep Blue Sea.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh wait, excuse me, Tristia of the Deep Blue Sea. They couldn't use his actual name because they didn't want certain people getting any ideas. But yeah, it was a 2-episode OVA from UFO Table. And quite a few people saw it. Yeah, no.
Was the
That was
budget, was the budget unlimited?
Nah, that was before they were. That was before their style got completely overshadowed by Type Moon. That was back when UFO Table was actually good.
Wait a second. Did you say 2014 or like?
Nah, fam.
2004?
No. Do you not remember Tristia of the Deep Blue Sea?
No.
And,
Wait, I think I know that. No,
and
I
let it be
don't know.
known, the main character is not named Tristia. Tristia is actually the place. I don't know why they chose to name it that. I think it's kind of confusing.
Oh, for some reason I thought you said 2014, not 2004.
I actually
know what
didn't
the fuck this
specify
is.
when it came out, but
Ah, dang it! This guy, the guy with the R.
2002.
To it.
I did
Fuck
say,
is this shit?
yeah, it's from a UFO Table back when they were actually good.
Before they, as Digi like to say, became the Fate Stay Night factory.
Yeah, and before people were like, "Oh, that's UFO Table visuals," and it's like,
budget works.
yeah, no one remembers from the good old days of Tristia of the Deep Blue Sea and Ninja Nonsense. Go Koida.
It's
Well,
not even
now
a
you
joke.
can become a furry. Congratulations.
On stream, on podcast.
It's not. No one's recording.
Well-
No, the recorder bot is Roger Smith audio recorder.
Well, whatever happens, I'm not cleaning that up.
Oh wow, I didn't expect you to, piece of shit.
No, the audio, not the.
Oh, I know, but still, go fuck yourself.
What were you thinking, man?
I knew that.
I'm drawing Hero
Sure, you knew
Academia.
that. Sure, you knew that.
Oh. Can you clean it?
But
I do.
remember, before UFO Table was too busy,
Eating
With their-
feces.
Well, no, they were actually eating gods in their 2015 breakthrough hit, God Eater.
Dude, I
Oh,
hate God Eater so
Jesus
much.
fucking
I hate
Christ,
God
that
Eater
one
more
is
than
trash.
The action is the most boring thing on earth.
It's
I
Jesus
hate God
Christ.
Eater.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh god, I hate God
It's
Eater.
so fuck you about it. It's like, yeah, we're generic. We're fucking retarded.
It's like Attack on Titan if you took out any good parts of Attack on Titan and replaced them with shit.
I think it's weird.
I didn't
that
even think it was that
Table
similar
only
to Attack
adapts
on
video
Titan. I just
games.
thought it was bad. But
Oh, I didn't like Attack on Titan either, but this is even worse.
no, I
Attack on Titan
didn't
is
say
so-
anything about Attack
Oh,
on
shut
Titan.
up.
What I was
I don't care. I was talking to myself. Retard. Kill yourself.
Harsh
Right.
words have been said and lies were told instead.
What? Shut up. I don't care.
Oh, you've never seen Gon Kutsuo, the Count of Monte Cristo?
What? I know more about anime than you ever will.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
that's not.
You
That's good
stupid
to know.
retard. Shut
I'm
up.
not saying. Look, I'm not saying that you you don't know more than
Shut
about
up.
anime. I'm just
Shut
saying.
up. Ugly.
You should have picked up. No, see, you're
The
silencing
best
me.
anime
No,
of
I'm
all
right,
time
because
is
you
Mac
know
and
that you should have picked up my 2 references, and you didn't. You failed.
You're fat, bro.
You failed
got-
harder than that time
Nope.
some anime stuff made that video on Kiznaiver.
Nope, you got destroyed because I called you fat.
This is
fatty.
why we can't have any good things.
But that's
Any
that's
nice things.
factually inaccurate, though.
We had
If
Roger
anything,
Smith
I'm
2004.
If anything, I'm greatly underweight.
What is that, skinny? Haha, destroyed.
You guys are
Killers.
breaking out great things.
I don't know if we're bringing out great things. I'd give it like a 3.5 out of 10. Maybe a 4 if we're including historical value.
Bro, my monitor just broke. I gotta fix this.
I'm not fixing it. This podcast, not the monitor.
Okay.
Man, that OVA you talked about came out before me.
Yeah, man. Tristia of the Deep Blue Sea is an interesting one. They actually
Yeah.
pulled out. There's this really good cut of Tristia of the Deep Blue Sea, and I left it on my computer, but I was planning on uploading it to Sakugaboru, but I never ended up going ahead with that. So if anyone beats me to the punch now, I will be very upset.
Gotta do it. You gotta send it to the Canapa Canopy.
I'm not sending it to Canapa. I already paid like $22 on his t-shirt
T-shirt.
that he doesn't make any money off of. He should be sending me stuff, if anything.
Canapa effect. Effects.
Like, send me some stuff from like when he visited PA Works or something. Send me something.
Send me $5.
What am I gonna do with $5? Go down to like the 99-cent store?
You can go down to the $5 store.
Those don't exist. Otherwise I would.
There should be one though.
Well, inflation hasn't gone up that much yet.
Who kicked me? Who kicked me?
It was rightful.
Yeah.
What happened?
We found out that you're actually Jewish, so
Oh,
yeah, that's what's up. I'm sorry.
Well, I have Weebshit's personal address, so don't mess with me, or I'll kill him.
Okay,
Yes.
tell me how I could most accurately, and I will do it.
What? I could most
Never mind.
What? What? Haha, fat, destroyed again.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself because he said that.
Do it.
Nah, Sam, you can't
I
do
wrote it
that.
in my
You
notes.
gotta. Otherwise, then that anime snob will make a video about you.
I'm gonna have to write 13 reasons why.
You gotta you gotta make a video about Snob so that
No,
he
no,
thinks-
I'm not
join-
making. I'm not making any videos about snob. He thinks I'm
Oh,
good.
no,
I
I
can't.
wasn't talking to. I wasn't talking.
You want to join
Roger.
Ember's Ghost
No,
Squad?
you're talking. You're in this. If you're in this call, then you're talking to Roger. Talking Roger.
Want
Well,
to
what about-
join
what about
Ember's
Henry?
Ghost Squad?
No. Who's-
Henry's just another name for Roger.
Who's Ember?
You know that fucking guy that what's his name? Andrew something.
Oh yeah, the fucking Danny
What's his name?
Phantom character.
Yeah, that was fucking Jesus.
Get the Gaijin trash out of here, bro.
Wait, is
Yeah,
Gaijin Goomba in here?
Hey guys,
Guys,
Gaijin
if you can hear me,
Goomba
go
here.
fuck yourself and go fuck your.
Is he making that video
Pharmacy anime here.
on his wife again or whatever?
Oh,
That
see,
cringy
anime,
one?
go fuck yourself and stop annoying. Never mind.
I'm so triggered by the fact that
Listen,
you made
RC
fun of me
anime,
just like
anime every day.
Digi did. I'm gonna go to Japan with Canada. Bye, guys.
That
Why are
sounds
you-
pretty gay, to be honest.
Yeah, Canopa's just been buddying up with Frog Coon the entire time.
Frog Coon.
Yeah, the translator, Frog Coon, the guy that Wave Motion Cannon keeps paying.
The guy from Crunchyroll.
The guy from Crunchy Soul.
More
need
like
to pay
Crunchy
Frog
Soul
Coon.
in their soul.
To translate
Soul Eater.
Saze-san.
Yep.
I'm
I
gonna
love it.
delete this.
I love it when Miles talks crap on a
Is
Kiss
this
anime.
still going?
It's hilarious.
Is this
It's
still
good
a
meme.
thing?
Yeah, we're still
Somehow.
memeing.
Is it still like an anime cast?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I mean, yes. If you fuck off, then yeah.
As long as RogerSmith2004 is here, and there's 4
Yeah.
RogerSmith2004s right
The
now.
outlaw. Come
I
back
can speak
to
German.
us. Deutsch. Ich spreche
ich
Deutsch.
sprich,
Yes. go
sprichst du
ahead.
auch Deutsch? Ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen. Bist du behindert?
Okay,
Sag
not,
mal.
I'm not like that. Okay,
Alter,
never mind.
Alter, chill mal kurz.
Okay,
Okay, ich will dir
I
nur
was
sagen,
showing off. I was trying to
sollst
show off and I
Selbstmord
fucked up. Okay.
begehen.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Okay. I see how it is.
hey outlaw, come back to our server.
I'm gonna leak Roger Smith's Roger Smith's real name, Matt.
Oh, Chrome Masticator?
Oh, shit.
Are you recording a podcast?
my
Okay,
God.
Rogers.
are you changing your name to What the What now?
What the what?
No.
And repeating the same, 5 jokes over and over? Pulling a Saitama, if you may?
No, that's a monkey. That's not a Saitama.
Nah, Saitama, one joke
remember
man. One joke man.
One joke man.
I love that.
That's a good meme. Even though I liked One Punch
One
Man.
joke and you're dead, man.
I don't like One Punch Man, but I still find that meme funny.
Did you give what'd you give it again? Did you give it like a 5?
I don't know.
Time to poke through your mouth.
That is fucking
Consult
creepy.
your favorite My Anime list.
I like the original web One Punch Man.
But you
the
know,
shitty drawings. I just like the way he did the panels and controlled how. Never mind.
Yeah, you gave it a 5.
yeah, it reminded me too much of the Irate Gamer.
Of
The eye rape gamer.
In what?
And by it reminded me too much of the Irate Gamer, I mean that it wasn't like the Irate Gamer at all.
Aw, man. I was looking forward to hearing the explanation.
Well, I didn't totally think that one through.
Maybe that could be a good April Fool's video. How?
No, my
Punch
April
Man-
Fool's video is going to be a parody of Pedantic Romantic's video on Super Eye Patch Wolf, and I'm going to call it Why Mr. Anime is My Favorite YouTuber.
Mr. Anime.
Yep.
Oh, the guy that's.
Killed
Yeah,
it.
One's Cap
yeah.
Productions, the band himself.
If you actually do that, that would be.
Well, I genuinely think he's one of the best anime YouTubers around.
Would be even more fucking hilarious.
Didn't he
if
just
you
do like
just-
standard reviews?
Well, yeah, the thing with Mr. Anime is he recommended an ecchi series to young kids.
Well, I can't mess with that.
I mean, who better to be the best YouTuber than him? He
Mr.
was the
Anime.
original anime man.
He was the OG. You know,
Oh, no.
yeah, Anime Man.
No. Get that
No,
normal
Bennett the
trash
Sage.
out of here.
Mr. Anime actually got his information right. Bennett the Sage will say stuff that outright isn't true, and then he'll present it as if that's a fact. Like he said that nonsense about Grave of the Fireflies, and I'm like, that did not happen in the that.
You're like,
saying that-
excuse yourself?
He
Which
was like,
nonsense.
that didn't happen in the book, and I'm like, it did happen in the book. He's like,
I can't
I
confirm. I
didn't
don't have the
respond
book.
because
Book? No one's read the book.
it wasn't even a matter of reading the book, it was looking the stuff up to know that that actually happened. Like,
I don't.
you don't
expect
need to
Bennett
read the
Sage
book
to
to
do
go on
research.
Spark Notes, you know?
I'm gonna post this drawing without arms, and I'm gonna make her an amputee just to. I want to see how many people on that.
You keep cutting out.
I'm going to make that drawing of the Pink Hero Academia girl an amputee. I'm going to post it on Twitter, and I'm going to see how many people unfollow me.
Probably nobody. They all have you muted.
Ouch.
It's really fucking changed for like a few. Now I've had like hundreds, 200.
Roger, it's not the anime cipher. You don't need to bring all those burns with you.
No. I already had my one. The problem with the anime cipher is Lou Talks Anime made the beat too slow. I wanted to rap fast, and that made it impossible to work with.
You are aware that you can speed it. Never mind.
The beat this year is like.
But is it really worth that kind of effort when
I
he's
guess.
catering to Jeff Fu, a guy who won't let me on the Weebcast? I mean, I don't think so.
Whoa! I
One thing that's-
I need to hear more about this. Why will Jeff do not let you on the Weebcast?
Because he's
It's not
gay.
that he won't let me. It's that he keeps saying, "Oh yeah, yo, okay, you could be on the Weebcast. I just need to restart it." I have gotten no response back about the Weebcast ever since.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Restart it.
We'll call you. Don't call
Yeah,
us.
he
We'll
said
call
because
you.
he hadn't been doing the Weebcast in a while. So I mentioned at AX, I was like, "Yo, fam, when am I gonna be on the Weebcast?" And yes, I do want to be on the Weebcast. I want to be on every anime podcast. I want to crash them all.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't, if
I
you
even
didn't wanna
crashed
be on
the R
Weebcast-
Anime podcast after I was already banned from R Anime. That's how dedicated I am.
I mean, if Roger didn't want to be on every anime podcast, why would he be on the Otacast server right now?
Well, to be fair, in regards to the Anime Outsiders, hopefully by the time I try to get on Anime Outsiders, they'll be long dead.
Probably.
That's just my demented hope. But I think I specified one time my desire to never touch the Anime Outsiders ever again. Because their Discord server is filled with like really boring normies.
Yeah.
Like
Their reviews, they do video reviews now on their VidMe because they're too cool for YouTube. And like, and
people don't go on VidMe when they're too cool for YouTube. They go on VidMe when they're too bad for YouTube.
VidMe was just a fucking meme in 2016. No one's actually prepared to switch from YouTube to VidMe.
Well,
I mean, people are prepared, but
for
like,
YouTube, I'm saying that like they think they're too cool for YouTube.
yeah, no. I get it.
But
I'm
they
just
do
saying,
video
I don't think
reviews.
VidMe is a particularly cool platform. I think it's a last resort platform.
Yeah.
Anything.
But they do video reviews, and like they're
Yeah,
just
that's
like
why
trying
Snob is
to
on
do
there.
the demo thing where they do like a mumble review, but like the whole time they're just like the chaos of Japanese anime that exists, and I'm like, this isn't funny.
Well, I don't even think the Anime Outsiders actually like
See, where
anime.
they messed up is
Probably not. I think I've looked at some of their text reviews, and like they have a fair amount where they say they like the show, but it's all like typical, like pretty boring taste.
No, because I go onto their server and I mention some pretty basic stuff, and they seem to be like, "Oh, I've never heard of this before." Like, I remember
basic?
when I went on their server and I pretended to be the biggest Sakuga fanboy imaginable.
Jesus
And I
Christ.
started posting like all these Sakuga Boru things, but they didn't have fun with it at all. They were so boring. And then when I started trouble because I said that the web design was bad, they got all defensive. And then they thought that I was trying to say that I was better than them for knowing what good web design was. And I'm like, no, that's not the point. It's just bad web design. And I disliked how they seemed to be kind of excusing it and rubbing it off. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
They're rubbing something off.
I ended up
Never mind.
apologizing because I wanted to, I didn't want to completely destroy my relationship with Anime Outsiders at that point. But then I'm like, you know what, screw this. I've been on voice calls with the Anime Outsiders. They're not fun to talk to. Like, they're genuinely, like, their voice calls are genuinely boring. Like, there's nothing to say in them. Like, they're just they're just like not talking throughout most of the voice chat and then making like light comments every 10 minutes. And like regular discussions are kind of boring. Like no one knows Sakuga. Like
Of course.
guy was like, I just finished Mob Psycho 100. I enjoyed it. And I'm like, yo, did you see all those cuts, man? And then I started posting a bunch of Sakuga Boru links. They said nothing about it. Boring. I was like, man, I guess they have to take back what they said about Udapon not being able to innovate, because guess what? His Mob Psycho cuts, he innovated!
Do people actually say that he can't?
Yeah. Have you gone on the Sakuga Discord?
Nah.
Yeah, they say Udapon can't innovate.
That's pretty lame. Like, did they not see those impact frames in Con Revo?
They said that his Con Revo cuts were just Udapon going through the motions. In fact, I specifically brought those cuts up and I said, have you seen a blue impact frame before? And they're like, no. So I'm like, so is that not innovating? And then they're like, Udapon can't innovate. He's just doing the same thing. I see the Udapon cubes, I see the impact frames, and it's just like, it's the same thing. And then they also said that NHK had too much filler.
Oh no.
Can't argue with that.
They also said that Bartender can't be better than Hyoka because it's a show about alcohol.
What?
What?
That is literally the most normie sentiment I've ever heard.
Bartender is just a show about alcohol. It can't be better than Hyoka.
Aw, man, Death Parade, that show is like just about alcohol. Worst anime ever.
Yeah, kill it with
I
fire,
don't
burn
remember.
it.
I don't remember how Iago got into that discussion on the Sakuga Discord about Bartender being better than Hyoka. But
Yeah,
that was
it's
pretty funny.
weird to compare the two, but like, I love it.
Or when Dalto, I think it was Dalto, got banned from the Sakuga Discord because he said that Do-Re-Mi would have voted for Trump.
Oh man, we're losing more people. Soon this will just be the Ray interviews RogerSmith2004 video.
Well, it is what it is. All I know is the Sakuga Discord is hilarious, and they've been a great source for tons of enjoyable memes throughout the last few months. And I kind of feel bad I don't
better
really...
than the Anime Outsiders Discord.
Well, the Anime Outsiders are boring.
Yeah.
Sakuga Discord's fun. Like, honestly, I kind of regret the fact that I don't post on the Sakuga Discord as much anymore. Because they had a lot of good memes that they were totally genuine about. And I'm sure with the release of the Silent Voice, they had plenty of great memes.
Yamada
But
did it again.
yeah, man, Able Toy going on about how, it wasn't Yamada's fault. It was the manga's fault because the mangaka made the manga too long for Yamada to adapt.
The mangaka should have known.
The mangaka should have known it was only going to be a 2-hour movie. How could the manga do that?
Wait a sec, how long is Akira?
Kira?
Yeah.
It's pretty long last time I checked.
I'll look it up. Akira,
Well,
1988 film.
it is 2 hours and 4 minutes.
124 minutes.
So yeah, 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Let's compare Silent Voice. Silent Voice is
Silent
2
Voice, I
hours and 9
believe.
minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit longer.
So, I mean, if they had more than 3 volumes, then they were adapting more than Akira.
Like, I don't understand why A Silent Voice wasn't just a TV series. That made more sense to me. I guess because movies are the new hip cool thing.
I haven't watched it yet, but it did strike me as like the thing that should be more of a TV show than a movie.
Yeah, which is why I said that the movie felt like a recap, because that's what it felt like to me. Like, A Silent Voice was a TV anime, and then they made a movie that was just a recap of the TV show, and that's what it felt like, just like a recap. And people got angry at me when I said that. They're like, Roger, how could you be so fundamentally wrong?
How could you be so objectively wrong?
Oh, no, they didn't use the word objective. They indeed used the word fundamentally.
That's good.
So I was like, I'm not wrong. It did feel like a recap. To me, it was a recap. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just saying it was a recap. The way the scenes played out.
Roger, I gotta know, for the sake of the meme, which one did you like more, A Silent Voice or Your Name?
Oh, Your Name was significantly better.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it has more historical value. The message that it holds, I think, was displayed a lot better. And I think it was just a lot more of an interesting story, honestly. And I think it was executed better.
I want a Your Name versus A Silent Voice debate with you and Goat Jesus.
Yeah, I know Goat Jesus seems to hate Your Name, and I really don't understand why. I've watched the film twice now, and I think it's pretty good. It's not without its faults. There are a couple of noticeable plot holes, and I don't think the characters are that interesting, but I think, like, the message of the movie is solid.
I just realized that Weeb Trash also hates it.
But he hasn't even subscribed to me, so I don't think it should count.
Oh shit, wait, is Goat Jesus subscribed to you?
He's seen some of my stuff, if memory serves. I can't tell if he's subscribed to me or not, because he doesn't make his subscriptions public. So I cannot confirm nor deny. But in regards to Goat Jesus, I find that sometimes, I love his content. I think he's a very intelligent guy. He writes a lot of great stuff. But honestly, I feel like sometimes he's a bit too emotional towards some of these things, and I don't think he takes opposing opinions as well as he could. He takes it better than a lot of people, but not as well as he could.
Yeah, I think it's interesting whenever Monogatari is brought up. He will like shit talk it to no end, and then it doesn't really, and then you can be like, okay, that's cool. Personally, I thought that it had like the best aesthetic ever, but he still tries to convince you that it's super ugly or whatever.
I actually don't disagree with him on Monogatari's aesthetic being kind of ugly, but I don't think that makes, just because it's ugly, I don't think that makes it not good. Like, there's a difference, you know?
Yeah.
And I think especially with the Kizu films, that really sells Monogatari's aesthetic, in my opinion. Because the production values in those movies are really well done. I'm not saying it doesn't look great. I'm just saying it can look kind of gross from time to time, or kind of ugly. I do think that. I don't think that makes it bad, though.
Well,
Like,
he doesn't like it for other reasons, but like he kind of runs into the thing where like he uses a fair amount of buzzwords. Like he'll be like, "Oh, it's pretentious schlock," and people think it's deep, but like it's not.
well, I don't like using the word deep, because I find that word to be kind of meaningless, and I don't think anything is deep, quite honestly. I think there's a limit to what as people we can write about and we can experience, and at the end of the day, I think they can all be simplified to concepts that we can understand.
I think everything can be deep to different people.
To me, I don't like the word deep. I think it's too vague. I really don't think it gets to the heart of the matter. I don't mind the term in depth because that gives the implication that it's providing something a bit more broad. Like there's a lot more going on. There's more content.
Yeah.
But to me, like the term deep, this idea is deep. Like to me, that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
And so, in the case
The
of
thing I don't like about the term.
in the case of Monogatari,
is that,
I think it's a
like,
solid
every-
show overall. I would never call it deep because I don't like the word in general. I just find it fun, and I just find it to be like I like the characters. I find them charming, and I like the crazy directing. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with him on Rebellion, because I actually really hate that movie. But I do think that Madoka is indeed a deconstruction, but I don't like getting into that too often.
There's the meme.
Because I feel like people seem to put way too much weight on the term to mean more than it actually is. And I think it's just started this sort of ridiculousness in terms of how the fan base sort of perceives it. Because I feel like ever since that whole isn't a deconstruction, is a deconstruction, people just seem to bash Madoka for the most surface level aspects and the most shallow reasons possible. And I feel like they like hold it emotionally against Madoka, and I find that like utterly retarded. And I made that video. People have different opinions on anime because I was kind of upset by all this Madoka bashing when they're not even really criticizing the show. They're just kind of bitter about it. Like, to me, that's meaningless hate, you know?
Yeah, people's attitudes towards Madoka have always seemed really weird to me.
Oh yeah, I think it's absolutely silly.
Yeah, personally, I think it's kind of stupid to argue about whether or not things are deconstructions because I feel like that barely means anything.
I mean, I'm not against the idea of arguing whether or not it is or isn't. I think that ultimately that sort of content will reach sort of its own like discourse, and through that discussion, the discourse presumably will improve, right? But
yeah, that's true.
And there's one argument I've always found odd, where people say, this isn't a deconstruction because this thing has done that before, and it's like, originality is not what defines a deconstruction. That's not a thing.
Please calm down.
Hey, he's back.
Yo.
So what's going on in the capitalism cast? The actual thing. What's happening?
I don't know. I don't get myself involved with politics too much.
Yeah, more like the Kaname cast.
The Kaname cast?
I stick to. I try to stick into stuff I know.
Hey, that's smart.
Yeah,
I try not to pick battles I think I'll lose.
This is just a meme.
Hey, I like the way you think. I do that.
What I'm going to do.
Hey, weeb trash is returned.
Hey, what did you ban? What did you ban him for?
What did you ban Clog for? Yeah, Clog.
Who is cut up like the capitalism part, and then cut up
kicking him twice.
I'm gonna cut up the capitalism
what-
part,
what
and
did
then
he
cut
do?
up the Roger part.
What
upload
are
them
you? What
separately.
Clog do?
I asked Outlaw to kick him because he was being a dick to Roger.
Oh, what was he doing?
And generally obnoxious to me.
Oh yeah, he is pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
I
was
like,
that
fuck
the
this
guy who didn't seem to get my references and then was blaming me
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's gonna go back into
Yeah.
Crow.
And then you
channel.
were like, "Oh man, you should watch this," and he took it like really personally.
Well,
took it really
that's
Alright.
not my problem.
Can we please scrap this podcast, Outlaw? This is so bad. This shouldn't exist.
I don't know.
I was told to
I think
join
he's
here.
dead.
Instead of calling it the Capitalism Cast, just call it the Roger Smith 2004 Cast
Call
featuring
it-
Roger
call
Smith
it-
2004.
Just call it bad.
I have no
It's just
standards
called
for my
bad.
content whatsoever.
Just
I
call
put
it
out
a
everything.
day.
A day.
You remember? Hey, wait. Remember Stupid? Our podcast Stupid.
Yeah.
This one's bad. Like, yeah. This is
Exactly.
Is it
like the
wrong
kind of
to
thing
try
we do
to
on my
pick up
channel.
girls in a podcast?
But there aren't any girls here.
Let's call it Mr. Rogers rapes Roger Smith.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds like a really bad fan fiction.
It is.
I'd read it.
Our life is. Really
I would, but I don't read.
Oh man.
I want to make a Roger Smith X pedantic romantic fan fiction.
Do it.
Oh, Lachlan and I don't even really talk anymore.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Do it anyway, Weeb. Do it anyway.
I mean, I was a bit upset.
I will do a
because I-
dramatic reading with you.
Oh, what
Weeb.
I was a
between
bit
you
upset
two?
because I thought it'd be funny one night, and I'm like, all right, I think it's time to do this. So I started Naruto Online. I started playing it, and I played it for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I messaged Lachlan, and I'm like, yo, fam, add me on Naruto Online. And then he's like, he's all like, I don't have your username, and I'm like, no, wait, yeah, wait. Did he ask me for my, because he wasn't giving me his username, and I wanted to add him to Naruto Online so I could challenge him.
He
So he
got
never
famous.
answers that.
He's too famous for
Naruto
you.
Online pay you to make a Naruto
Famous.
Online video?
I don't know, man. For quite a while, he was actually competing with me, and he outright
I
said
talk to pedantic
that
men.
my heavy
What do you
input
mean he's too
back in
famous?
October and November inspired him to push harder with his content.
He's got 20 times the subs.
Honestly,
Pay him.
I'm gonna be
He
totally
didn't
honest
have
here.
more subs than me back then.
Oh man.
Now he has like a lot more, but I think that you're way better.
41K.
Hey, you gotta
Yeah, I
pull
enjoy
that.
it.
You gotta pull that chill, man.
That's because
You gotta do
he
that Sora
shows.
Online stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Gotta
my
put-
Sword Art Online stuff does not get me views, and I don't have much more to say about it,
You gotta
honestly.
pull that pedantic, talking about something, but putting Sora Online on the thing.
You gotta
I don't
really
really-
piss
I don't
off.
even
No.
think Sword Art Online makes
Tag
the
them
kind of
right.
views it did anyway. Now it's all
Yeah.
about Berserk and Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hero Academia, look what I just drew and put on Twitter. It's in the second.
Speaking of
Oh,
Hero Academia,
yeah.
do you know
Oh,
what I
dudes.
bet isn't gonna
All
get any
over.
views because of it? The podcast I did on it. I guarantee that's gonna like stagnate at like 125.
Well, I'm just angry that it seems to me that every single show that seems to hit big is a show I have nothing to say about.
Oh yeah, that happens to me a lot.
What do you think about my drawing?
I mean, that's why I can't.
It's a
I can't
thing
do the
that
shield.
exists, Henry.
It's pretty alright. Pretty good. Good for you.
Uh,
Good.
It's art, but it's not as good as Sushi Place.
It's art.
It's
drawing.
hard.
It's
a drawing.
It, it is indeed art.
Well, not a lot of
Yeah,
things are
I-
as good as Sushi Police.
It's
I'll
indeed
draw
a
you
drawing.
one.
What the hell is sushi?
Sushi Police is my
It's the place
jam.
where he eats his food. He's a weeaboo.
You want to know
Use
about
anime.
Sushi Police? You want to know about Cool Japan?
It's
Nihon
not as good
General?
as
What are
Popey
you,
the
a
Performer.
non-weeaboo?
Can you add me? Could I add you on Naruto Online?
I don't even remember my account name on Naruto Online. I'm going to assume it's the same name that I use for everything else. So give it a shot.
2005. There's Roger Smith
That's
2004, and there's Roger Smith 2006. You gotta even out.
My anime list isn't. No, there actually is a Roger Smith 2005 account. I just never activated it, so it doesn't show up.
Oh, now I remember what video I watched. It's the SAO one of them.
Yeah, why why SAO needed split screens in order to be better than Gate.
Oh no, I watched the movie. The movie video.
The movie wasn't good.
I know. I watched
But it was better than the TV series? Yes.
You remember? Do you remember how Asuna gets a JoJo stand at the end of the movie?
I don't think that's what happens.
Makes sense.
You know how
I don't actually think.
the AIDS
Like,
girl
I think people
appears.
really took that scene to be way too literal. Like, I don't
was
think
like,
that
well,
was
it's-
literally.
Well,
Like, I
it's
don't
sort of
think
not-
understand
it
the
literally-
deep symbolism of
I mean,
Sword Art Online.
it wasn't a stand. I was just like
symbolic.
thing.
Like, Jeff was saying stuff about how implausible that was, and I'm like, Jeff, I'm pretty sure that was just symbolic, dude.
I don't know.
Well,
I
you know,
think that might
it's-
be giving it too much credit there.
I don't know
Well, you know,
about
it's
that.
like
Tomohiko
cool.
Ito
It's
is
like
not very
cool
subtle
to-
about his symbolism. Have you seen Erased? Have you seen
No.
the spider threads? The spider thread broke.
Oh,
Nah, man.
Red
It
means
is
dead.
the most subtle
Oh,
shit on
man.
television.
Red.
But yeah, no, Tomohiko Ito, I think, is a very bad director, but I like his Twitter, because it's just like a picture of a hedgehog.
Wait, what?
Yeah, have you seen Tomohiko
It
Ito's
is
Twitter?
I haven't seen it.
So Oregon
Oh,
State.
dude, you're missing out.
I am gonna look that up.
I linked it.
Oh, good.
that is
day,
indeed a
Roger.
hedgehog.
There's a bitch outside of my apartment with a fucking devil. Damn it.
It really is just a random picture of a hedgehog.
Yeah, it's so cool.
What? Oh man.
Let's see. The only two people that I know following him are Roger and Yu Yu Cow. I wanna join this cool kids club following.
Well, if you die in the game, you die for
Die
real.
for real.
Oh man.
Ordinal skill to the polls, guys.
I'd like everyone to know that I don't actually think it was this subtle because I haven't seen it.
Well, it's about as subtle as a brick to the face.
I mean, that's pretty subtle.
I mean, it's better than Occult Academy, if it's any consolation.
Mm.
What would
that
you?
is.
Oh wait, I have your Mal page up right now. I can just
Yeah,
look
me
at the
too.
ratings for myself. Let's see.
Ew.
Okay, got Inaimachi 5. Yo, man, you gotta give it a 2 to go with the meme.
Oh no, that's retarded. It's a 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking when I say stuff like that.
I know. I think people were a bit unfair towards Erased. I don't think it was like. I don't think it was like the worst show ever. Which I was also vehemently.
I just thought it was kind of boring.
I was
boring.
vehemently against the Erased tape train from day one. I was against it, and I
I mean,
continue to be against it because I think it's terrible. I think
It's
that
not-
it.
It's not a 10 out of 10. It's terrible. Fuck.
It just encouraged a lot of really poor attitudes in the anime community, and I don't like that. But yeah, Erased was indeed better than Occult Academy, because at least Erased had direction.
But thanks to Erase, Digi's fucking made from Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's right. That,
So we
that
gotta
did
thank
happen
Erase.
because of
So now
Erased.
Erase is a 10 out of 10, guys. Erase is a 10 out of 10 now.
Because of what?
Because
Yeah.
Digi's fucking made from Pokemon.
Yeah,
She watched that one debate.
Yeah, she watched the debate with Jeff on Erased, and now
Oh yeah.
she's with the Digibrony, yo.
Digi, bro.
Now she is the
Digibrony
Digi
MLP.
destined.
Yeah, she gave a Pokemon treat.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to give up the main thing that's driving you day after day, you know, the thing that you're so passionate about, in order to be with an otaku gonzo journalist. I mean,
That thing being Jeff Thu.
Fuck you, Torchic. I'm gonna be with Digibrony.
I'm letting go
And
of my past and
now she really
embracing
gets
the
to see
Digi.
Digibro after dark.
Hey.
Oh man.
Now she gets to see Digibrony after D.
Touche. I mean, you gotta do all those Pokemon contests, fam. Yeah.
You know,
And
Yo,
Max is
yo. Brock's the best.
Scientist. Max is the nerd.
Do any of y'all remember Pokemon Chronicles?
Is that the one for gold?
That was like the yeah, that had the characters from Gold and
So
Crystal. I think it was supposed to be like these are what these characters are doing while Ash is
while
away.
Ash is yeah.
Yeah.
And it had like different Team Rocket dudes.
Yeah, apparently with Pokemon Chronicles, apparently I have like a lot of videotape recordings of that, and I only remember watching the show like 2 times. And I'm like, how do I have so many recordings of this? Did I actually end up watching any of them, or did I just record them? Pokemon Chronicles is like 20 episodes, isn't it? 20, 26?
I don't know.
It's a short show.
20 episode? What the fuck?
Yeah, Pokemon Chronicles? Yeah, 22.
Did one of those episodes involve going inside of another world with a talking lion?
Yeah, I know. I remember my
Wardrobe?
sister's friends were over, and they're like these Cian kids. This was like back in 06. And then she was all like, yeah, and her friends were all like, whoa, this is the gay new Pokemon. And I'm like, you're the gay new Pokemon.
Man.
And then they're like, oh, this kid is talking down to us. He's dissing us.
Man. Wait, Roger, you said that was in 2006?
Hell yeah, that was one of my first words,
so you've
dude.
been just dissing out the spicy burns since you were 2.
Yeah, dude.
I've been dissing out the spicy burns for quite a long time. I gotta say.
Damn.
What the fuck is this toddler talking shit about? Oh man.
No, yeah, they were all like, whoa, what is this kid saying? Yo.
Yo.
Did that guy ever use a burn heal? Or
Fucking tyke.
Oh man.
Welcome to the Roger Cast. All
Wait a
Roger,
second.
all the time.
Someone, wait. A certain beater brought up Gonzo.
Yes.
What?
That's me.
Oh my god, is that my favorite Digibro ripoff YouTuber?
Yeah, who else would it be?
Studio
Oh fuck,
Gonzo?
there's 2 of them.
Whatever
Who's the
happened
other
to
one?
There's 2 of them in
Snob?
here.
Remember Gatekeepers, dude?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, alright. So there's this kid, right? And he's a gatekeeper. And he has, like, all these crazy powers. And, like... Yeah, I only saw an episode of Gatekeepers. So it was, like, very fast. And I'm like, whoa, why is it so fast? Why are they, like, spending so much time on stuff I don't think is actually important? Like, it's just the kid chilling in a dojo for, like, 2 minutes. I'm like, why are they showing this? Why is this important to the show? But, hey, the interesting thing about Gatekeepers is that it's from, one of the main creators involved with Gatekeepers was a man by the name of Junichi Sato, who's known for all these, like, slow-moving Iyashikei shows. And so Gatekeepers, I think the choice there was to, like, go the complete opposite, because Gatekeepers is very kinetic, whereas, a lot of his other works are very slow-moving.
What's up with them?
It's really
Party's
energetic
new
show.
console.
Was Junichi Sato like the director? No, he wasn't the director.
Kinda. He was kind of the director.
It was this guy, Chikiro
Anime News
Koichi.
Network states that he was the chief director.
Oh man.
And he did have involvement with the first episode of Gatekeepers. Though I think a lot of creative control definitely was to Koichi Shigira, who did Full Metal Panic, and he did a lot of other crazy gonzo stuff like Tower of Jiraga and like
Last Exile.
Yeah, Last Exile. And
Everybody's
Last Exile,
like,
Fam the Silver Wing!
Is that why you say fam all the time?
No, I actually haven't seen that. But I did see Luck and Logic, which he also directed.
Oh, apparently he did Brave Story. Apparently that's, like, good. But I don't know, like, anything about it.
Brave Story. I don't know anything about Brave Story. I can't tell you anything about Brave Story. Let's see, what other gonzo shows can I talk about? Gonzo. Did anyone watch Alcana for Rhythm Across the Blue?
Is that the one that's based on a visual novel?
Yeah, that is. It was the one with, like, the flying shoes.
Is it the circus one?
Yeah, Flying Circus.
With that really hot girl.
Yeah, man. That, like, you know, people always hate on that show, and I'm like, why you guys rag on this show? It's, like, so ineffective.
They didn't come out yet last year.
Yeah, it came out winter last year.
Roger, like 6.
I don't think it's bad per se. Like, people were treating it like it was like one of the worst anime that season. Like, it wasn't even that bad. It was a pretty inoffensive show, and like the finale wasn't too bad either. Sort of with the main character. He finally faces off, and she wins because of ultimately her dedication and, you know, her positive attitude versus the or her opposition, which it takes a very negative perspective. I mean, it was a very simple concept, but I think the sort of the thematic concepts of Alcana weren't too bad.
Gonzo has been like unable to escape the hate for the last like year. The last 3 shows all have below 7 on Mal.
Well, Mal's a bunch of crap anyway.
That's the art of the game.
18F is currently sitting at a 5.97.
Well, 18F has a lot of split screens, so I understand that, you know, maybe not a lot of people are prepared for the split screens in 18F.
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched it yet, but like, there's a friend of mine who keeps saying the directing is obnoxious without saying like anything else about why.
I'm actually very excited to watch that show.
So am I, man. Nobody.
I think it's going to be a crazy ride, and I think that before this year,
you know, Taloon.
Oh wait, Taloon? Yeah, that guy, Toradora, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on his podcast about like seasonal shows, and I was like the only person on that podcast who was hyped for 18F.
Oh man. No, like I used to rag on Gonzo a lot, but I like how crazy they are. It makes things fun.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Like, people will be like, Gonzo, they suck. Half of what they make is shit, and half of what they make is great. But like,
I don't know, probably less than half of their stuff is good. I'll be honest.
But like, I think about Gonzo, and I find them hard to hate.
Well, yeah, they're kind of charming in like their failings. But they put out a few decent shows.
Even though they're like more corporate than Gainax, they're not as corporate as like A1 Pictures or whatever.
Well, I don't think A1's that corporate. I think it's about as corporate as any other studio. Like, I think people have a tendency to really think that A1 is like the definition of commercialism, when in reality, they experiment probably far more than any other studio out there, I'd say, because their output is so high.
Yeah, although like they also don't really have like a consistent personality.
That is true. A lot of their stuff is freelance. The only consistent personality I can think of is Ishihama, because Ishihama, directs their openings, directs their endings. Like he did the Occultic 9 opening, he did the Erased ending, he directed Shinsekai Yori, the show. Directed Garakoa, Restore the World. No one watched.
What about Tomohiko Ito? Does he count as a consistent guy?
Yeah, Tomohiko Ito has consistently directed for A1. I don't know if he works for A1 though. I know.
He is a part of the Aniplex writers room.
So I guess he does work for A1. I know Ishihama, like, legitimately now he works for A1. A lot of directors and writers and animators are just freelance, and they just so happen to like work for the same studio a lot. But in his case, he actually like works for A1. Okay. Which is why in spring we got double Ishihama.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he directed the Grand Blue Fantasy opening and the Psychono Season 2 opening. Double Ishihama. Dude. Yeah, no, his stuff is always very good, though. Like, in terms of visuals, he does a lot of really cool crossfades. He does, like, a lot of cool stuff with the colors.
Yeah, I'm on Tomohiko Ito's Mal page right now, and I love the second comment here. It says, I would have given this guy a lot of shit had I not known he directed the potato chip scene.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, I don't think he's a great director, honestly. Because I'll be honest, the only show I liked from him was Silver Spoon, and I thought his directing was the worst part of Silver Spoon.
The only show I've seen from him, well, the only shows are SAO 1 and 2, both of which I really didn't like. So, you know.
Like, I hate to throw shade at Tomohiko Ito. I'm sure he's a talented guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I was working at A1, I'd hire him.
Oh yeah.
But like, I don't think he's a very good director.
I've seen 2 shows by him.
But I don't think he's a great director. I just don't. Like, I feel like the projects he's been on, they've all felt like very, very dryly directed or just obnoxiously directed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can really give like a full opinion of a director. Seen everything they've done. Like, I don't think I could say Tensai Okamura is like the best director ever, because like the only show from him that I finished is Wolf's Rain.
Well, I don't think Tensai Okamura is the best, but I do think he's one of the most consistent.
Yeah, the only other show that I've seen anything from by him is Dark and Black, because I've seen like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I still need to finish Darker Than Black. I'm on episode 18, was the last one I watched, I think. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna watch that and Project Blue SOS or whatever that's called, so I can almost put to rest all of Tensai Okamura's shows, since I've seen most of them.
Yeah. Do you think he ever made anything... Do you think he'll ever make a show that's like a 10 out of 10, like Wolf's Rain?
He said he'd never be able to make something like Wolf's Rain ever again. I was at his panel at Anime Expo.
Oh, really?
He said that it took way too much out of him.
I could see that. Like, you know, there was all the like recap episodes and like scheduling issues.
Yeah, and the staff had SARS. And I think, like, direction-wise, there was just, like, a lot of effort.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how it would take a lot out of someone, considering that was Bones' like second original show.
It was actually their third.
Really? What did
Yeah,
they
the
do
first one
between
was
Roswell and
Clockwork
Wolf's Rain?
Fighters Hero War Chronicles.
Oh, I didn't know that was an original.
Yeah, from Sho Aikawa. Funnily enough.
Everyone's favorite guy.
Yeah, and then the second one was Razafon, and then the third one was Wolf's Rain.
Rosfon is pretty great. I think it's
so
underrated.
good, I haven't even seen it yet. Looks cool.
Yeah, I don't like how people will dismiss it as like an Ava clone.
People dismiss like every post-Evangelion anime as an Ava clone.
Well, any post-Ava like mecha anime.
Yeah, it's even not mecha too. Like Gene Shaft is called like an Ava clone. You have like stinking Kasaraki is another one that gets called an Ava clone a lot, though that is a mecha series.
Some people
Fafner,
call it
I
a
understood.
lead and
Neo
Ava
Ranga
clone.
is definitely not an Ava clone. ETHron is certainly not an Ava
Shaft was
clone.
a Kazuki Akane show.
Yeah, Gene Shaft?
Yeah.
Gene Shaft is a bit overhated. It's not that bad, honestly.
Yeah, it only has a 6.48. Although, like, Satellite has like an odd amount of like really low-rated shows.
Yeah, Kazuki Akane did a lot of work with Satellite. He did Gene Shaft, then he did Heat Guy J, then he did No Line.
Yeah, like I'm looking at their page right now. Arjuna is only a 6.97. Which is pretty
I don't know,
weird.
2001 in general has some weirdly low-rated shows that aren't that bad.
I think it's just because, like, if it's, like, that old, then, like, people who have seen it are, like, probably of the snobbier variety or something like that.
Nah, I just think people don't like it. I'll be honest.
Maybe all of the above.
Like, because I've read the Mal reviews for Gene Shaft, and I feel like Nairon kind of hits the nail on the head in terms of like a lot of misconceptions people have about the show. Like people call it stuff like it's not really like Vandred, honestly. Like there are a few odd choices in terms of backdrop, but I think the core story and the core themes still work. Core ideas. Like it's just
dude, I like how at the
setup
end
is
that it
weird.
says
The core
in
ideas are
conclusion,
fine.
this show is not, and it just like lists a bunch of shows that it's not, and that's cool.
Yeah. This show is not
Yeah,
Vandred,
the
Evangelion,
next
bad, Gundam Seed Destiny, rushed, unmemorable, groundbreaking. And I'd pretty much agree to all of those, except Gundam Seed Destiny, because I haven't seen that. But I'd assume that's synonymous with bad, so I'd say then it is not like Gundam Seed Destiny.
Gundam Seed Destiny, it interests me, because like all of the AU Gundam shows get a lot of hate from Gundam fans, but like that's probably the one that gets the most hate from Gundam fans.
Seed in general seems to get hate, and I feel like it only gets hate because of Destiny. Because the original Seed show, I watched all of it, it really isn't that bad.
Well,
it really isn't.
Well, it's fascinating with Gundam Seed, because I looked at the Mal page, and it's one of the highest rated Gundam shows.
Yeah, because it's very popular. Gundam Seed is actually one of the best-selling Gundam shows ever.
Yeah, that's probably why it got, like, a second season.
But, first show, really not that bad. The animation looked so janky, though. Like, oh my gosh. It doesn't help that the character designer is the S-Cryed, and, he did another, yeah, Fafner. It's the S-Cryed and Fafner guy, so the designs are bound to look a little weird.
Yeah, or like Double O is pretty like widely hated by a lot of Gundam fans, but I think Gundam Double O is like the highest rated one on my anime list.
Yeah, well, Gundam 00 is like a big gateway anime for a lot of people in terms of Gundam. Like, a lot of people just starting out with Gundam watch 00.
Yeah, it is interesting because like for a while I always thought that Gundam 00 was like a pretty well liked show because that's what I usually heard. But like anytime I talk to a Gundam fan, they're like, "Oh, 00, that one fucking sucks."
I only saw the first episode of Gundam 00, and I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was alright.
I've seen 0 episodes, but it strikes me as like as a not bad show.
You've seen 00
Hey.
episodes. Well, I like the director and I like the writer, so that seems to be like already an alright show to me.
Yeah. Actually, wait a second. I don't think 00 is the highest rated one. I think it's Iron-Blooded Orphans. No, it's
Really?
00.
Really, IBO? Yeah, the second season, yes. Which I can't speak for.
Oh, yeah, the second season is higher.
Which I can't speak for, but I found the first season to be an utter snorefest. I was so bored.
What's your opinion on Mari Okada?
I think she's really good, but I think Iron-Blooded Orphans is really boring. Which is so weird. Because, like, Mari Okada, her stuff is all about, like, these exciting, like, crazy, melodramatic bursts. And Iron-Blooded Orphans is just so boring. Like, it's just so uninteresting.
I haven't seen any of it, so I can't really agree or disagree, but I could see her maybe having to, like, tone down her style a bit because it's Gundam.
I'll be honest, the parts where they do have, like, her love triangles are probably the most entertaining parts. Because there's some elements of that in there, particularly during the middle of the show, but there's a lot of just, like, a lot of times where it's just, like, nothing happening, or just, like, sitting and explaining stuff, and there's just a lot of dead air. Like, a lot of just dead minutes.
That's interesting to hear, because I usually hear that it's pretty good.
Yeah, I originally was a pretty adamant defender of Iron-Blooded Orphans, but after the first core, I was like, forget it, this is boring, never mind, I don't really like this anymore.
I think Okada is, like, overhated. Like,
I think she's great.
I don't even know if I've seen any Mari Okada shows, but a lot of people are like, one of her hallmarks is that she writes one-dimensional characters. I've seen a review where someone actually said something like that, and it's like, that's not a stylistic trait. Why would you say that about anyone?
Imagine, like, a scriptwriter being like, I pride myself in writing one-dimensional characters.
Yep.
No, I think Okada's great. I think she's really talented.
Yeah. At the like every show that I've heard about that's like an original by her, I'm at least looks interesting to me. Like Kisniver or A Lull in the Sea. Both of those look fascinating.
Hagi no Asakara, that show was interesting because I really liked the first half. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I think it had a nice balance of really strong world building, and there were nice dramatic moments, and I felt like all the conflicts kind of made sense. Then the second half happened, and I thought it was really not good, because they do a time skip.
Oh, I've heard a few things like.
Yeah, they do a time skip, and there's one character in particular who, if you cut out of the show completely, it would have made the show a lot better, because he's kind of useless. And all he's there to do, really, is get cucked. Like, that's really all he's there to do.
Maybe that is a stylistic hallmark of Mari Okada, because I've heard the same thing about the purple-haired dude from Kisniver. Well, not really that cutting him out would make the show better, but just that, like, his presence doesn't really add anything.
Yeah, he wasn't very interesting. I don't think he needed to be cut out, honestly. I don't think he does that much harm by being in the show. To me, the guy from Nagi no Asukara who's useless did do harm by being in the show, because there's specific scenes he's in that I feel like this is just here to make things awkward. Like that's all it's here for.
Oh.
And my main problem with Nagi no Asukara, I've listened to Digibro's complaints, and I think they're wrong, like outright wrong. I think that's not why he doesn't like it. He's all like, they're crying about stuff, but they're in high school, I don't care about what they're crying about. It's not that. It's that they cry over everything in Nagi no Asukara, because they do. Like, a woman breaks a plate and they cry over it.
Yeah, well, I'd have to watch the show to judge the context of that.
Yeah, no, they cry over everything. And that was my problem, that because they're crying over everything, when the moments are actually dramatic, when the moments that need the crying are actually dramatic, it takes like a lot of the power out of those scenes, because they always cry over stuff,
You're talking about Digibro, and that actually reminds me of his Can Anime Be Too Pretty for Its Own Good video.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that idea, and but I actually haven't seen the show Hyoka, really, except for like an episode, and I thought it was alright. So I can't really comment on that.
KyoAni show, just because they make like the most beautiful shows in the universe.
I think ultimately, like, in terms of that, I probably wouldn't feel the same way. I think that if I didn't like those shows, it'd probably be for a different reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Like, I don't care much for Hibike Euphonium, just because I find it very, very boring. Like, I think fundamentally it's a very well-made show, but I just find it hard to sit through.
Interesting.
Like, watching through that first season was a bit of a struggle, because I found myself getting very uninterested very often.
Did you, not like the characters?
I don't think the characters are bad. I think they're well-rounded characters. I felt like the presentation of the show was just so slow and just uninteresting. Like, it was nice to look at, but I just wasn't interested.
See, I think I could only find a show, boring if I found the characters boring.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the main two, Kumiko and Reina, they were interesting. The side cast, not so much. I wasn't as interested in them. I didn't think Hibike was a bad show, but, I was thinking, potentially, because I saw a lot of people who I knew were, watching Hibike again, and they had initially held my opinion, and they rewatched it, and now they love it, and now they think it's great. So I was thinking maybe that applies to me as well. So I watched episode... Is it episode 14 or whatever, the special, before season 2 came out, and my opinion still stood. I still found it very hard to sit through.
I feel like you'd have to, start over from episode 1, you'd have to give it the full rewatch to really test that.
Yeah. Well, I still haven't seen season 2 yet, and I would like to. I'd like to see all of it. So I can finally put this to rest. Because I feel like... I feel like my opinion on this show isn't going to change, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm interested in watching Hibike at some point. Mostly just because of the fact that that it's not actually a Yuri show.
Yeah.
Because, when I heard that, I was utterly baffled. I was like, wait, what? Are people still watching the show? Do people still like the show? Wasn't that, the main appeal of the show?
I mean, I'll be honest. When I was watching season 1, I thought it could have gone either way.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it was Digi
I think a lot of people were just very intense with their shipping. Like, you
Yeah.
know how people can get, especially fandoms.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially, I'm not really much of a shipper, so maybe it wouldn't really have that kind of impact on me.
Yeah, you're more into self-insert, right?
Maybe like immersion.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay. I thought. Have you seen my newest vlog?
You're a Hero Academia?
No, vlog, not podcast.
Oh. No, I don't think I have. I haven't really been watching much in terms of content. I've been mostly just watching shows.
Alright, well, okay, so in my newest vlog, the distorted mirror effect, I was sort of talking about how, like, I feel like I was sort of talking about, like, abstraction in art, and I was sort of saying how I really like it when a show, kind of, like, when you can't really, not quite, like, insert yourself into it, but sort of, like, get lost in it. And so, and in the video I say, I know that like self inserts and stuff are like lay cringe because of OCs and like fan fictions and light novel protagonists. But I do think I think that it's not bad if you can like get lost in a show like that. I think that those are two different things, but I thought that you had watched it and then not thought that those were two different things.
Oh no, I actually no. If the point that you're making now is pretty much the point you made in the video, then I agree with it. There's so many times I find myself like seeing a lot of elements in a character, and I describe them a lot of times in my videos too about like what elements I really can attach myself to with a character. And there are specific characters I really, in particular, find myself attaching myself to. I don't think that really counts as like self-inserting, because self-inserting would be you. It wouldn't be the character. It'd be you.
Yeah, like I'd like in video games. I don't really like silent protagonists. Like I've never really been a big fan of that because like the goal is apparently like to project yourself onto them, but I'm like, but this character probably isn't going to react to the exact same way that I will because this is a scripted video game.
Yeah, in terms of that kind of, in terms of something along the lines of like a silent protagonist, I usually I usually don't go one way or the other. I think it is what it is. Maybe because I don't play a lot of video games now. I don't play games, and that's why I don't have much of an opinion on silent protagonists.
Yeah, or even just like, I think it's interesting. So in Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates, you could like name the avatar character like whatever you wanted.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah. I have
customize
Awakening.
them a bit.
Awakening was before I stopped playing games. So I know Awakening.
Yeah. Well, see, Robin from Awakening doesn't get very much hate, but Corrin from Fates gets like massive amounts of hate. I think that the reason why is because he is the definitive main character, but like they still set him up as like an avatar. So if he doesn't act the way that the player does, the player is going to be like more mad about that than if he wasn't an avatar.
Huh.
Because he's personality wise, like he's not very different from like most of the other Fire Emblem main characters.
Honestly, I don't know because I Fates I actually didn't play, but I did play Awakening, and I had no problem being pandered to.
Yeah, I don't think Awakening or Fates are as bad as a lot of like old school Fire Emblem fans say.
Awakening's definitely a gateway one for people.
Yeah.
Because they did make it a bit easier, at least from my perspective. Though in general, I think people seem to ignore the fact that like every single Fire Emblem game, like after Fire Emblem 6, is easier.
Well, that's partially because they lowered the difficulty for international regions.
Because Fire Emblem 6, I played that ROM back in the day. That game was hard as hell.
Yeah, although that's partially because isn't like Roy like purposefully underpowered until he gets the MacGuffin sword?
Oh yeah, the Sword of Seals. From the game, Fire Emblem, the Sword of Seals. Though I know in the US they called it the Binding Blade, which I don't like that term. It sounds like just a bad pair of pants or something.
The Binding Blade. Some kind of like BDSM sword.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that name, so I prefer Fire Emblem 6 or Fire Emblem the Sword of Seals.
Sword of Seals is better. But like, yeah, but you've heard about that, right? Every Fire Emblem up until like I think Radiant Dawn had the difficulty lowered in international versions.
I did not hear about that, no.
Yeah, so it's interesting because so like 7, I don't even think Lynn didn't have like her own story in the Japanese version. They added that in to serve as like an easy prologue for Western audiences. And then in 8, 9, and 10, the difficulty settings were different, where like they took out lunatic mode, and instead of like normal, hard, and lunatic, they'd have easy, normal, and hard. Which easy?
Oh yeah, that didn't matter. I always played it on normal anyway.
Yeah, but then like for Radiant Dawn, they did the opposite, and they still called it easy, normal, and hard, but they used the Japanese like actual difficulties. So there's like suddenly like a bit of a difficulty spike for that one.
Yeah, that's why when I tried playing it on normal, I kept getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, that was actually the first one I played. I just played it on easy though, so.
Oh, the first one I played was Fire Emblem 8, which I got for my birthday back in the day.
Yeah.
I was actually very excited for that one. I remember that time it was on my birthday, and I saw that there were a bunch of cats in my next door neighbor's yard, like a bunch of stray kittens. We had to like put them all in a box and send them to like a pet shelter. So we spent my birthday rescuing cats.
Wow. That's like a couple weeks ago when I was going out for a walk, and then that walk got absorbed into like a police chase against a dog.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. So I was walking along, and then I found this dog who was just like walking through the main street of the downtown area, and this old woman was like, "Hey, is that your dog?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Okay, we'll go get him." And I was like, "Okay." So I just chased after him at like a walking speed for a long time, and then he hid under this bridge that I couldn't reach. So I attempted to call animal control like twice, but they didn't do anything. So I just like I left for a while, and then I came back, and he was just wandering through the streets again. And then we chased him into this parking lot, and then there were these like 4 police SUVs that showed up on the scene.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
I'm surprised they didn't arrest you.
Maybe they. Well, I mean, there were like 5 other people who had joined in the chase at that point, and like if they were gonna arrest me, then they would have had to arrest everyone.
Well, what's stopping them from doing that? They gotta make their you know how cops, you know, at the end of the year especially, they'll give like anyone a ticket just so they can
maybe in like December they're gonna look back and they're gonna be like, "Hey, this do you guys remember all those people who helped us chase down that dog?" But yeah, on the day that happened, in one of my servers, I then changed my name to Ray the Doggo Defender.
Oh, I thought it was Ray the Dog Catcher.
No, all my names have to have added alliterative appeal.
Hell yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah.
garage is opening, and I think that means I gotta go head out, because that means I need to help people.
Aw, shit. Alright. Hope that that works out well for you, Raj.
Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, those who are listening to the podcast.
Don't forget to click crunchyroll.com/RogerSmith2004.
Yeah, for a free 30-day trial. Get to watch classics like Ghost Slayer's Ayashi and Melody of Oblivion.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Have a good evening.
Hell yeah, you too, fam.
On, Roger.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me know when you're
we're
gonna
gonna
start
keep
spelling
going?
my name right. Later.
Alright, just me and you, Outlaw. But I still can't hear a word that you're saying. No, I don't know. I'm kind of done now, because, like, it's basically just been me and Roger for, like, an hour.